Okay, let's start today's live stream. So this is the 5th of June and this is on Saturday. So I hope you're having a great Saturday today. Another busy day for me. So but the days are nice. The suns are shiny today. No rains, so it was a good day in Tokyo. So let me get started here. Let me squeeze my face. Okay, so before starting here, just a quick disclaimer. Today's live stream information is basically based on my own knowledge, experience. So when you take trades, please do within risk management. And also please follow the guidelines and rules during the live stream video session, because now we don't have moderators. This is my personal decision, but and this is not something that they did anything wrong or bad, but this is just my basically based on my personal decision. I decided to moderate myself in the community until I find a new setup. So yes, so if you can follow the guidelines rules, that would be great, please. So let me go into the topic. So today I wanted to talk about this one. I have the slide. I made it quickly, so hopefully there's no mistakes here. But what is your trading process is today's topic. So before that, let me go to everybody's comments. Sorosh, good to see you here. Asif, thank you for joining. And Juan, Noel, Melanie, good to see you too. Alexandre, thank you for joining. Good to see you too. And Arvin, thank you for joining as well. Blackwater, good to see you too. And Marusan, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining, Marusan here. I hope you have a wonderful weekend too. Yes, yes. All right, Esa, good to see you too. And Ray, Robert, and Will, Appa, and Jai, good to see you too. Thank you for joining, everyone. So today's topic is about what is your trading process. So we're all different, and we're all different in terms of characteristics and traits, and also how to make decisions. So I did a quick questions or quick poll to see what kind of traits you are on the YouTube community and also Twitter. So this is actually the new topic every Saturdays. Now I will ask questions, I will take a poll, and every week on Saturdays, based on these results, I will give feedbacks so that you can prepare psychologically and you know your own traits in this way. So this is the question I had from last week. Was that on Twitter, YouTube, I posted the same questions, but the question is, you gave a speech in a big event, you thought you did well, but there were many feedbacks from the audience. Which of below comments sticks in your head the most, was my question. And the first choice was, it was a boring speech. It's kind of hard feeling, but it was boring speech is one of the comments. Another comment feedback is there were some mistakes on the speech. And other one is your jokes were not fun. So which one, if you haven't taken this vote yet, please do it in your head. Which one do you stick the most among these three choices? And depending on which one you choose, I have a feedback as a trader. So this is a Saturday, the markets are closing, so we can just talk about some psychology or the traits of the traders itself. CG, good to see you too. Yeah, T20, yeah, if you have time, we'll check charts too. Yeah, ES, good to see you, Harun. Thank you for joining as well. Great to see you once again. NCV, Ashraf, good to see you too. Muhammad and Faiz, thank you for joining, everyone. Good to see you. So Did you pick in your head which one sticks in your mind the most? Whether it was boring speech or some mistakes or jokes were not fun. And I get the poll from almost 250 votes, and the one we had the most, which I thought was this one. There were some mistakes in the speech. Okay, and if you don't mind, you can just type it out on the chat and we can review too. And in the end, I will tell you the ideal answer or ideal mental mindset towards the end of this live stream today as a full-time trader myself. So we'll see. All right, Henry, good to see you too. Thank you for joining as well. All right, Kayan, Dinesh, good to see you. T20 says there were some mistakes. Okay, mistakes stick in your head the most. All right. All right, Captain Jack, Caleb, Blackwater. Oh, Blackwater chose the second one too. All right. Noel says there were some mistakes also. All right. Okay, jokes are not fun. All right. Yeah, so yeah, just take a quick time and think which one would you pick? Which one would be the most shocking feedback among these three choices? So the most we have is the mistake, and the least is the jokes were not fun. Not sure if you are a type of person who makes joke or not, but in case you still see feedback, then how would you feel? Is the question. All right, Thanapal, good to see you too. All right, another vote for the mistakes. Jay says, yes, as someone who has spoken in front of roughly 300 members, I believe if a speech is boring, it will almost be wrong, would be worse, nothing as no one has been truly listening. If a speech is engaging, then your ideas. Yeah. Yeah. Boring could be also painful. I hope this is not boring, today's live session. Okay, yes, okay, boring. Seiro, thank you for joining. Islam, good to see you too. Esa. Yep. Okay. Minority. Alright, mistakes, okay. Okay, Morrison says, guess not calibrating the presentation or to fit the knowledge of the audience counts as mistakes. So let's go for that one. All right, let's do it. Yeah. So I see many more people coming in on this live stream. So I guess I will just wait for another minute and give you feedbacks. Let me squeeze on the left side. So this is a new topic for weekly Saturday session. I did a presentation of beauty products once. I think it went okay. All right. All I can remember is being really nervous beforehand. Yeah, nervousness could be. Yeah, it will be challenging for anyone. Even myself too. I get nervous sometimes before the live stream. I do this every day, but still, in some days I feel nervous. So usually when I had a big day and I end the live stream and I worn out and I feel like doing nothing else. So that's when I take a shower, take a bath, refresh myself, and come back to do two other things. But yeah, nervousness for sure is very challenging. Just having jokes that are not fun is absolute worse. Yeah. Yeah. The speaker says it's jokes, but if it's not jokes that are not fun, then yeah, it's a worse speech for sure. Yeah, speech in general. Yeah, speech in general. Okay, so let me start to give you some feedbacks. Oh, Emin, thank you for the comment for the congratulations for the 30k family. And also Asif, thank you for the comment earlier too. So yeah, now the number of subscribers became over 30k. So I'm preparing to do another special live stream. Before I move to Dubai, I will do that. But thank you for the support as always and participations. Okay, I start to see more comments, but let me give you feedback. So for those who pick up the middle, the second one, there were some mistakes. If this comment sticks in your head, then you are this type of person. You tend to take time to start a task, and you have the feelings of not ready yet. So you like to prepare things, you like to take time to prepare for the preparations, and no matter how many times you prepare, how many hours you take or days to take to prepare for it, then somewhere in yourself you might feel I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. That's a tendency to pick up the second choice. But the good point is that you pay attention to the details. So once you think that the speech is perfect, you get ready for it, but you see details, you may be correcting the words, you might be editing some words, sentences, or expressions. So you pay attention to the details, and that's a good part for those who pick up this second choice. So my advice for those who pick up this choice is the experience. Experience is a key to success in any tradings for you. And learn from the process is the very key. Because we can't do it perfectly, especially in tradings. No matter how many hours or days you take to see charts, analyze charts, and take trades, the market could go backwards. And you might feel that it's a mistake, and you might have frustrations or stress. So to avoid, to focus on the mistakes, you simply experience the losses, you get used to making losses, and you learn from this experience is a key to success. I was actually on this side actually. If I were asked the same question, then I pick up this one too. So mistakes or the feelings of not ready yet this is me. Yeah, so whenever I do new things, I have always a feelings of not ready yet. Even now, I say I will go to Dubai on the 29th of June. I say this to everyone, but somewhere in myself, I still think that I'm not ready yet. I have to do things, the paperworks, and all other preparations. You know, if I start to name, I can't complete everything. So at some point, I have to make a decision to go. And after I go, I adjust myself. I have to adjust myself because I can't be perfect to own anything. So, and same as tradings. Same in tradings too. No matter how knowledgeable you are in terms of Ichimoku Kinko Hyo, for example, no matter how many times you read books, or no matter how many indicators you know, how many strategies you know, you might feel, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready to take trades on the real money, or I'm not ready to take trades simply yet. You might feel like that. So once again, my advice is to experience. To learn from the experience is the key. So you have knowledge and you have experience, then try. Keep trying and learn from the errors and mistakes is the key. So that's one of the types of traders who pick up this choice. Okay, so let's pick up the second most one. This is the boring speech. If boring speech sticks in mind after the speech as a feedback, then you are a type of person who takes time to finalize a task. So you take more time, you want to spend much more time than usual to finish one task. And this is also the perfect tendency. Like you want to be perfect on anything. You tend to be perfect on anything, and that's the type of the person who choose boring speech. And you don't cut corners, and you don't compromise, and you're patient to finish one task at a time, which is a good thing. But actually, if you take too much time on finishing one task, then you might not gonna be able to do multiple tasks at the same time, or you cannot take trades, you cannot see charts, multiple pairs, multiple markets. It's impossible for you. So, or you cannot see from different angles. Once you stick to one topic, for example, if you look at the market as Ichimoku, for example, Euro USD, and if you see Ichimoku, then you only think about Ichimoku. You only think about one indicator or one line, one strategy at the time, and you take trades this way. But so for you, the challenge is to be less perfect. You can let go on the things that you don't know, but still take trades. So, and you don't take time too long to decide one thing. So efficiency, time efficiency is a key to success for you. So you can be still perfect. You can perfect yourself on these trades in your scenario, but if you reduce the time to screen charts, and if you reduce the time to decide whether to take a buy or sell, or whether to exit or not, then you will become a great trader. So this is similar to the previous one, but this the one who chooses mistakes, they feel not ready yet, and then they take time. But the one who picked this boring speech, they want to be perfect, and then they take time. So that's the difference. So sometimes you might have to compromise on trading itself. If it's, for example, if it's the the tests, then this type of person will do very good on the tests. But if it's in the tradings, then that's a different scenario. Sometimes you might have to make a decisions at some point, and you take trades that way. You keep trading that way, and you learn to be effective. So never to take too much time, never to spend too much time on these analysis and trades, and efficiency is a key to success. I hope that makes sense. So that's the advice for those who pick the boring speech. And the last one, the jokes were no fun. If you pick this one, then your trade will look like this. You take initiative to start and finish tasks, and you have the pressure to finish tasks soon. So you tend to start soon and finish soon. And you could miss some details and push forward yourself to do tasks over and over again, like this way. So the patience is a key to success for those who pick up this choice. Yeah, never go too fast, never to decide too fast, right? Please take time. For those who pick up this one, I would say you have to sleep before you make a decision. You have to take time until before you make a decision is the advice for those who pick up this choice. Yeah. So, because before you take a buy or sell in tradings or exits, you might have to find the reasons to take a buy or sell or exit, or you can build up more knowledges and take trades. Sometimes you might have to decide not to take trades on that day, and that will be the lesson for you. So once again, depending on which one you pick on this question, the trades are different. And originally, this type of question is used on the psychology. When I was at the university, I was creating these questions and polls and quizzes, and I was doing this to counsel the students when I was a counselor in the university. And even after that, after I started to work in the US and came back to Japan, I still use this to find trades of the people, and now I'm applying this method to the traders now. So basically, we're all humans and we're all different, but these kind of rules can be applied and questions can be applied as a traders itself. So this is going to be the new challenge for me, or new topics for every week on Saturdays. So I will create another quiz on the Twitter and YouTube, and whenever you happen to see these polls or questions votes, please vote, and I will review the result every week on Saturdays. So yeah, we really have to understand that we're all different in terms of traits and characteristics. And that's why I say my strategy might work for someone, but it might not gonna work for somebody else. Because my strategy works for myself, or maybe for those who have similar traits as myself, it might work, but it might not gonna work for those who have very different mindset, very different traits or characteristics. But there are important points in universal rules. For example, not to lose too big, or play stop losses, follow your rules, and take trades with a risk-reward ratio, create scenarios in the future, exit timings, risk management. These are something universal, and basically I share these universal messages to everyone so that anyone can apply on these knowledges. But in terms of the way to take trades or the way to look at the markets, it might not gonna be the same. You might prefer scalping than day to swing like myself, or you might be extra long hours, extra long days or monthly to take trades. So I think it's different, but the basics should be the same. Let's see, let me come back to some comments now. So yeah, let's see. If a speech is boring, you cannot build a strong rapport with the listeners and they will not respect you. But the same goes with the mistakes. It's a rough one. Yeah, you cannot make a rapport in these by these comments. Yeah, that's understandable. Alright, Hiel, thank you for joining. Good to see you too. Alright, I hope everyone have a great weekend on this relaxing Saturday today. Soros says, T Black, thank you for joining. Good to see you. Soros says, okay, some people just buy one trading course and then start trading and earn money, but I just learned about 1 year and I thought I just not ready yet. Okay, so the readiness is it depends on how you cultivate it. You might feel ready after backtesting or taking trades for maybe 100 times or 200 times or maybe 500 times in the past. So I can say that trading course won't make you profitable because it has to be you after all that needs to take trades and learn from the trading systems. So yeah, if you're still struggling for after 1 year of learnings, then you might have to start to look back your trades. You might have to backtest and focus on numbers and statistics to back up your own trades. If you keep focusing on wins and losses on each trade, then you cannot build confidence this way. You have to see results on a monthly or yearly basis, and that's actually how you can be confident over time, so that you don't really focus on one or small losses in a day, because you're seeing picture overall in the bigger picture. Just like you look at the higher time frames, you have to see also higher time frames on the results too. Because especially if you want to be a full-time trader like myself, you have to see results in a bigger picture. I mean in the long term. Hello Ryder Jack, thank you for joining. Good to see you. Oh Guy, thank you for the comment too. For the 30k subscribers, thank you for that. Yeah, James and Roy, good to see you too. Let's see, how do you interpret Ichimoku when Tenkan-sen is pointing down and Kijun-sen is pointing up? That's divergence of Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, and it depends on whether it happens above or below the Kumo. If it happens below the Kumo, then that should be bearish. If it happens above the Kumo, then that's a correction. That's the consolidation in the market. Okay, so after a while, if you are confident, if you get confident on your speech or on your tradings, then the answer, or which one to pick is, or the ideal answer to this question is, I follow my rules, so I don't care, is the ideal attitude for these types of comments. So unless you feel confident, you keep trying, you keep experiencing it, and trying to be efficient, and trying to, make challenges, new challenges, try and errors, until you don't really care on these choices anymore. Alright, Turin, thank you for joining. Okay, thank you for the reminder. So yeah, if you like, please place a good button before you leave. Thank you for the reminder as always, Kayon. So yeah, I think this is interesting to see the result for myself too. Yeah, I thought that either boring speech or mistakes would be the most, but on the Twitter and YouTube, these were exactly the same ratio. So this was very interesting to see. That's why I split the questions into two platforms, two SNS, so that I can see more objectively on this result. If I only use YouTube, then those who join YouTube communication comments might be a bit biased. So I split into two polls, two votes, and so that I can compare the results. At some point in the future, we might see some differences between Twitter and YouTube polls, votes, and that will be interesting also to see why it happens like that. Yeah, you're welcome. Sorry, I cannot pronounce the name. Tavium Capital Management, you're welcome. Hello, David. Thank you for joining from Ireland. Good to see you. Oh, Dinesh, thank you for the comment too, for the 30K. Thank you for joining and participation as always. Alright, Bestiani, good to see you too. And Well says the key is to follow your rules and good or bad. That's true. So this is what I say on the past live stream videos, is that I think that there are two sides of wins and two sides of losses. There are good wins and bad wins, and at the same time there are good losses and bad losses. Not all the wins are good, but not all the losses are bad. But what differentiates in between two is whether you follow the rules or not. If you follow the rules, and when you have a loss, then that's a good loss because you know what you're doing. At the same time, if you follow the rules and if you run profit and exit and fix the profit, and that's a good profit, that's a good win, I would say. Because you follow the rules and you know the reason why you exited or fixed profit at that price level. But if you cannot explain on what you did, why you put the profit there, why you take a trade from there, if you cannot explain yourself, then I would say even if you make some wins, it's not a good win because you can reproduce. You cannot reprocess the same trade over and over again. And that will be a bad win and also bad loss. If you exit emotionally or gut feelings or instinct, then that will be a bad loss, I would say, or a bad win. So whether you can explain yourself or not is a key. And every time you explain, it should be fixed. Like you don't want to change the explanation every time you take trades and exits. It's impossible. Because in that way, you just make up these reasons to back up yourself on these trades, and this is a reversal. So whenever you try to explain on entries and exit timings, make sure they are the same. They should be the same. Otherwise, you might be switching from strategy to strategy, one after another, and you cannot go anywhere from that. It says, what is your settings on stochastics oscillator? That's the 30-10-10. Percent K30, percent D10, and slowing is 10. It's my stochastic settings. And I use it in the 5 or 15 minute time frames. I have actually changing these stochastic settings over and over again, like 533 or 1077. I've tried, and I figured that 30-10-10 is the best setting of my stochastics, especially if I start to use in lower time frames. It should be slower, and they work pretty well. Alright, Hiel, thank you for joining from Vietnam. Good to see you here. And thank you for coming, everyone, in this community today. Let's see. Ashley says, hi Kay, how do you determine entry and exit points using Ichimoku, and also how do you spot reversals? For example, for long trades, do you only take them when the price and candle is above the Kumo? Thanks. I will be talking about it on the future lives, or you can watch archive videos on live streams and you can find the answers. But I'm not a type of trader who wants to capture reversal. I don't take trades at the reversal because I am more of the trend follower. So I do see corrections, I do see retracements, consolidations, I see it, but I don't take trades on the reversals. So in that way, in that sense, I don't really try to spot the reversal timings. When it reverses, then simply it goes into the range in my definition, and I don't take trades on these deep reversal markets. By entries, exits, you can have multiple confirmations, like it can be bounce by Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, or Kumo breakout could be the one, Chikou span break could be the one too. So you can watch the KTS playlist on my YouTube channel, and you can find the videos there. But I will prefer to talk about it when the market is moving, really. So yeah, so after this public live stream ends, then after the Ichimoku membership ends afterwards, then I will be thinking about which topic to do for next week. And this is also fun for me to think about it, because I want to see the result, and I'm actually excited to see the result after 1 week. So maybe that will be about the stop loss or take profit, or maybe looking for strategies. We'll see which questions, what kind of questions we will be getting for next week. And it might be indirect, like it might be like this, about the speech situation, or driving car situation, or yeah, traveling situation, or meeting people. We'll see what kind of situations I will set to ask you another question. So we'll see. So Rush says, these kind of videos is important to, I think, to talk about mindset. Thanks, Kate. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, because I do see these comments where the mindset and risk management is very important. And that's why I decided to talk about these topics on Saturdays. So I think it's quite interesting to see. Yeah, next week could be about the risk management. So by answering that question, you will know your own traits of your type of risk management, whether it's aggressive or passive submissive or moderate could be also the topic, but we'll see. And I am thinking to do the second channel live stream sometime soon, not today, but maybe tomorrow or next Monday to Wednesday I might be doing it. So if you happen to see me on the live stream on my second channel, you're all welcome to join on that one too. Alright, so I guess I will be ending the live stream for now. Oh, Kareem, thank you for joining. Oh, you're late? Yep, you're late. It's about to end, but you can watch the archive and enjoy the session afterwards. Alright, Ashley, you're welcome too. PNP says, best to talk about which strategy to use, like BNF. That will be the topic during the week. Yes. I do talk about the market and also strategies based on Ichimoku Kinko here too. Okay, Train says, how many time frames do you prefer to you and which time entry? Time frames I use it from daily chart all the way down to 5-minute chart. I use. Okay, I will be ending the live session for now, and we'll switch to the Ichimoku membership. So once again, thank you for joining everyone. I hope you enjoyed today's live session. Oh, one last quick announcement is that I do the GTS class. This is Global Trading School, which is up to 5 members within the 3 months intensive trading course, and there is only 1 seat left. So the next batch is starting in July. So if you're interested, please drop me an email, and I will be looking forward to seeing you there. Okay, so once again, thank you for joining. I hope you have a great weekend. The COVID pandemic is still in sideways in some countries. It's increasing. So I hope your family and friends, everybody is safe and healthy. So until I see you next time, please once again stay healthy, stay safe, and also stay gold. Alright, bye for now everyone. Mata ne. Thank you. I say mata ne, and that means see you in Japanese. This is also one of my frequent asked questions on the email. So mata ne means see you in Japanese. So I say mata ne everyone. Thank you.